ahimsa, non-violence, is a misunderstood construct. In our scriptures, the deeper discussion is not about violence versus non-violence, but about something much more profound: duality versus non-duality, what our scriptures call Dvara and Advara. Dharma is also often misunderstood. Dharma is not about religion, it's not about duty either. Our scriptures define Dharma through 4 pillars: Veda, Smriti, Sadachara, and Atmatripti. These examples show how easily deeper constructs from our scriptures can get reduced or misunderstood today. The Bhagavad Gita too has faced a similar fate. Many believe it's a summary of the Upanishads. We busted that myth in an earlier video. Today we'll show you how the Gita stands on its own as the most comprehensive and superior of all Darshana Shastras and the most significant scripture on Advaita. And then we'll open the Gita itself, beginning with its very first shloka. Why did Krishna begin here? Why use the upside down tree as a symbol? That's what we're unpacking in today's video. In Bharat, war was never about violence, killing, and plunder. It was always seen as a last resort, and wars were fought within strict rules of Dharma. No fighting at night, no attacking if the opponent is unarmed, no harming anyone who surrenders or flees. Wars fought without dharmic rules, where killing was the primary purpose, began with foreign invaders. In Bharat, being a Kshatriya was not about aggression. It meant protecting peace, prevailing justice, and preventing wars. Wars were only fought when it was absolutely necessary for dharmic purposes. So if war itself wasn't about violence, why has ahimsa been projected as the core of our culture? Our scriptures don't refer to ahimsa, non-violence, as an ideal conduct. When you analyze carefully, life itself cannot exist without some form of himsa. If you overeat, you harm the body, and that's a form of himsa. If you decline food, you may hurt someone's feelings. Again, a form of himsa. Simple examples like delaying water to a thirsty person, knowingly or otherwise, causes himsa. In every act, one can notice himsa. There is no universal concept of ahimsa or non-violence. When mainstream concepts like caste or ahimsa are misunderstood, we lose out on deeper concepts like varna or dvara and advara. Let's go deeper into these 2 very important concepts. Life constantly puts us in situations of duality. It's either yes or no, this or that. This state of confusion is called dvara. Dvara means duality. This in a certain degree causes himsa. Our senses keep feeding us inputs. Vishaya is the inputs we receive from our sensory organs. After that, our mind creates endless thoughts from them. Vichara are the thoughts that's a result of intellectually processing our sensory inputs. Most of the time, we find ourselves caught in a battle of thoughts. It's always one vichara against another. What if I do this? Or maybe I should try this instead. The mind keeps jumping from one vichara to the next, circling endlessly without any resolution. This is duality. It's the absence of clear, precise thought. It is himsa. Advara is the resolution. It's the non-duality of thought. It's reaching a state of peace, of resolution, of ending himsa. It is that clarity that ends our inner debate. It's about decisive action, not endless overthinking. It's not this or that. It's knowing exactly what must be done and then doing it. That is why interpreting ahimsa as passivity, doing nothing in the face of duality, becomes a form of violence against oneself. During the freedom movement, ahimsa was practiced as endurance against aggression. But the core duality, freedom versus foreign rule, remained unresolved, making it violence in disguise. Our scriptures never advocate passivity towards injustice or crime. Instead, they point to advara, resolving duality, discerning what must be done and then acting with clarity. Advara is clarity in action. The next question is, How do we know which action is the right one? The compass for that is Dharma. It's the compass that guides us from Dvara to Advara. The definition of Dharma is Veda, Smriti, Sadachara, Swasya cha Priyamatmanaha. Dharma rests on 4 pillars: Veda, Smriti, Sadachara, and Atmatripti. Veda is the source of knowledge. The first pillar is to study and internalize the jnana of Veda. Smriti is the processing of that knowledge. Sadachara is the conduct. It's putting the principles of Smriti into action, into day-to-day life. Atmatripti is the end result. It's the inner satisfaction that our actions are aligned with Atma. Think of it like this. The Veda gives us the construct, the core information of a game. Smriti is the operating principles of the game. Sadachara is how you actually play, and Atmatripti is the result. It's the satisfaction that you played it the right way. Practicing Dharma is to leverage all 4 aspects in every thought and action. Dharma is a very deep concept, and we will unravel it as we go along in our journey. Vyasa summarized this simply by saying, Aropakaraya punyaya, papaya parapidanam. Loosely translated as helping others is good and hurting others is bad. This looks simple on the surface, but it makes complete sense only after knowing what constitutes as help, harm, good, and bad. When Dharma is practiced, it becomes the guiding tool that takes us from this confusion to clarity, from Dvara to Advara. To understand the Gita, we need to first place it correctly. The Gita stands as an independent text on its own as a complete Darshana Shastra. What is a Darshana Shastra? The word Darshana means direct cognizance of truth. It is the truth as realized by rishis in a deep state of meditation, where their sensory organs are suspended. There are 6 popular and well-known Darshana Shastras: Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. The Gita is the most superior and most comprehensive Darshana Shastra. It's Krishna's cognizance of truth. It doesn't stop at intellectual explanation. It integrates philosophy with physical experience in the body. The Gita takes us step by step from tamas, equipped with sattva, to engage with rajas, from dvara to advara. The first 4 chapters deal directly with the body, mind, and energy, with the awakening of Kundalini. In the original Gita, this is the very first shloka. Urdhvamulam adhashakam ashvatham prahuravyayam chandansi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavit. An upside-down image of a giant peepal tree is imagined and contemplated upon. But why upside down? Perhaps it's the recognition of today's starting point, where falsehood has become the norm and truth is hard to recognize. It's a stage that begins from a state of confusion and inversion. And from that point, the Gita builds the path forward, gradually restoring clarity and truth. In the next video, we'll go deeper into this upside-down tree and see how it sets the stage for Gita's entire journey. We'll unpack how Krishna begins from this inverted state of the world and gradually guides us towards truth. There is a lot more ground to cover, from breaking myths to understanding how each chapter builds on the last. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and thank you for watching.